Alright folks, welcome back to the stream. Rosh and I are continuing through Blueprints. We were waiting for this clock to open, but it apparently continued to roll. It continued to roll while we were just hanging out on the home screen. Okay, so the thing we were going to do, we were waiting for 1:30 to strike. And even though we were still in here at like 1:45, it didn't go in. Or didn't open. So.
Didn't open because I was not in the game.
But I guess we can go do the chess piece thing. Did you want me to take a picture of that? Okay, I'm good. Oh, yo, what's up, Flaming Donut over on YouTube? How you doing? My day's been pretty good. Thanks for asking. Love the Tears of the Kingdom outline. Thank you very much. I commissioned it last year on Etsy. And by commission, I mean somebody had an asset on Etsy, and I picked it up and used it for my Tears of the Kingdom stream when it came out in 2023. And I'll be streaming Tears of the Kingdom again starting when the Switch 2 comes out. I won't do it the 5th because I'll probably stream Mario Kart and do some kind of launch day party. But after that, we'll be doing Tears of the Kingdom on YouTube and on Twitch. So hopefully if that's your thing, you'll come back around and check it out. But yeah, we'll be doing Tears of the Kingdom here soon. I had started it April 1st. And then the very next day, Nintendo announced the Switch 2 and showed off Tears of the Kingdom gameplay on the Switch 2. And I went, yep, we're gonna wait. But thank you, Flamin' Donut. I appreciate that. Yeah, it'll be a good time. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom since I beat it back in June of 2023. So aside from some like key story elements, it's mostly going to feel like a new game. Timmer, thank you so much. And you too, Rosh/Eggman, for happy affiliate anniversary over on Twitch. That's right. I've been an affiliate on Twitch for like, I don't know, 7 years. Since Tears of the Kingdom came out pretty much, or Breath of the Wild came out. Flamin' Donut says, I'll be watching Mario Kart and Tears of the Kingdom if I can. Awesome. And if you can't, the thing I love about YouTube is that they keep the VODs on demand. So you can come back to them whenever you feel like it. Okay, I'm going to look away from the chat for a second because I have to reference our study sheet here. Because we got to put all these chess pieces on the board. What do you want to start with? Okay, take the rook. And your clock tower is... Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. So it's right here.
I have it in the right spot.
Okay. Then move on to your pawn. Yeah, it lit up, so you're in the right spot. I just didn't realize you're doing conservatory.
Oh, well, the clock tower was right next to it. It would have been 9-4.
Okay, I was looking at observatory, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking clock towers.
Well, clock tower and conservatory are both right. Okay, so pawn. You need parlor, solarium, secret room, dining room, den, drawing room, storeroom, or bedroom. Your den is in 1-4. Okay, then we'll do the knight. Your observatory is 6-5. Okay, and now we'll do the queen. Your study is at 9-2. Your bishop is 6-4. And your king is 1-2. Choose your piece and receive a permanent power.
Oh no,
What can you move? Can you select any?
pawn goes one at a time. Horse does the 3 up and 1 over. Queen goes everywhere. King, but you know, king is.
Yeah, but can you like select them at all and see if it says anything? Like you have to walk up to them, don't you? Or no?
When you reach rank 8 each day, you may choose knight, bishop, rook, or queen. Gain the power until the end of the day.
The
Add
armory.
the armory to your draft pool.
Okay.
But no, I don't like that. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Sounds cool, but doesn't seem that helpful now. You do not have to pay this. Instead, gain $30 the first time you enter the chapel each day.
Gosh, that is almost worth it.
Do you even need it now, though? You bought out the showroom.
Well, I have to buy out all the books yet and the gift shop. I did buy the swim trunks, but
That's true. Okay, and the next one?
lots of money. That's cool too.
And what was the pawn? It says hit rank 8 and choose whose powers?
You choose between
Knight, bishop. Okay, so just not king.
what was the king again?
The king was pick at the start of the day, pick a color, and you're more likely to draw those colors.
So maybe the pawn, but I also like the knight is in there. The knight.
Flaming Donut says that they would personally choose the knight. I don't remember what the knight does.
Yeah, because I want the armory,
Oh, right.
but doing the pawn, I would still be able to choose knight at rank 8.
Yeah, and you get to rank 8 pretty quick.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I just mean I've watched you like start a day. I look away for 5 minutes and then you're at rank 8.
It's all luck of the draw. I mean, there's half the days I don't make it past rank 4 or 5 before I have to end my day. Yeah, I'm stuck. If I do this, obviously armory is in my draft pool. I can draft it any time.
I don't know if that one matters that much.
I might do Because what's queen? I don't like that.
It's not that great.
Uh,
And bishop is
this
get
just
money.
doesn't really matter. So maybe I'll just do knight.
Okay. Knight it is. Okay, and that's cool. You can come back and change the power.
Oh, okay.
Flaming Donut says, I don't know how fast you level up. So it kind of just depends on luck of the draw, like Rosh was saying. So I'm not playing. My wife is playing. We just play this game together. And so, like, we both pay attention to it and we, like, take notes about it and whatnot. So she is technically playing downstairs and talking to me through the PlayStation controller. I am just streaming my PlayStation 5 that's screen sharing with her PlayStation. She can be pretty quick, though. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes she'll start a day and then all of a sudden she's at rank 8. Like, it just happens to connect all the way up really quickly. We're on, like, day, what, 80? Pretty close to day 80. Or we're on day 67.
67.
But we've got, like, over 60 hours in this game. We've solved quite a few of the puzzles in the game, so we're not, like, slowly investigating rooms anymore. We're just kind of, like, throw them down and, like, specifically looking for certain objectives and whatnot. So some days are faster than others. We were supposed to be doing a clock puzzle, but the game clock started rolling while Rosh was sitting on the home screen. And so we missed the, like, 1:30 clock chiming, and that's what we're supposed to do next. So we may very well just go sit here for 8 hours in the game. I don't know how fast that is. How fast does an hour go by in this game? Or are you just going to end your day right now?
I think I'm just gonna end my day, but I suppose we should have a plan because I need to do the clock tower, obviously. Let me see what time it is.
It's 3:30. I think if I read correctly, 5 minutes is 1 in-game hour. Which I feel like that looked like it was going faster than that. Blueprints, how long is 1 in-game hour? I guess it's approximately 7.5 real minutes. Flamin' Donut says, I've never seen this game, so what is it about? It seems cool. Okay, yeah, sure. Let me give you the rundown real quick. So this game is called Blueprints, like royalty, like prince, but it's also a play on words for blueprints, like if you were looking at a building schematic. The way this game starts out is you are the heir to Herbert S. Sinclair, who is your great uncle, and he owns a manor and a place called Mount Holly in a city called Reddington. And that's the general start of the game. So you inherit the manor under one condition. You need to find the 46th room of his 45-room estate within a reasonable amount of time. So when you first start the game out, you just start in the entryway with a letter or two, kind of giving you directions. Basically, anytime. So this is a roguelike, so think like Hades, Binding of Isaac, probably Into the Gungeon, games like that, right? Not randomly procedurally generated, but roguelikes. So what that means, if you don't know what a roguelike is, think about Super Mario Brothers, the side-scrolling jumping game. You know how the game works. You know what the items are, and you know what the levels look like, right? Well, every time you zone into a warp pipe, or you climb a vine to get into the clouds, or you exit a level, you never know what level they're going to give you next. It could be anything. You never know what power-ups they're going to give you along the way, but your goal is to get to the end. So that's basically what a roguelike is. But for this game, anytime you select a door, you have to pick a room and you get one of 3 options. What options you get are random. There are a few things that impact the frequency of what rooms may or may not show up, including rarity, the rank of the house you're on. The rank goes from 1 all the way to 9, with the 46th room being rank 10. And so your goal is you start here and you need to try to get to the antechamber. Sounds pretty straightforward, but in one of our first few days, we got to the antechamber only to learn that the antechamber is locked. And as you start exploring each of these rooms, they all have something small or little about them. They might have a sticky note, they might have a picture, a newspaper clipping, a letter left behind by somebody. And as you read them, you start to figure out more clues and get more puzzles as to what's happening in this game. Eventually, as you start going through it, you discover that you need to find one of 3 or more secret levers that open the antechamber. So now not only do you have to get to the antechamber, you also have to hopefully find a switch or a lever that will open the antechamber. And then you have to hope that you can draft with enough RNG to be able to get there. But getting to the 46th room is just one of many puzzles in this game. Because after you get, even though you get to the 46th room, as you've been exploring the rooms along the way and finding different messages left behind, letters, etc., they're all meant for you to sort of like guide you in a direction / keep you asking questions. But there's bigger puzzles and bigger mysteries going on that you are trying to solve. And I'll kind of leave it at that. I don't want to give spoilers because a lot of people have shown interest in the chat being like, whoa, this looks pretty cool. So we speak about it on a pretty high level, just in kind of an umbrella way. We don't give away any of the individualized puzzles. We don't really talk too much about what you might find along the way, but we're still playing through trying to solve the puzzles that we're on at the moment. You can get this on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's in Game Pass. If you have PlayStation Plus Extra, it's in PlayStation Plus. And it's also on Steam. Otherwise, if you want to buy this game, it is $30. I recommend checking it out. We've had a ton of fun with it, and it's been pretty dang cool.
Every time you move into a new room, you lose steps. So you have to end your day if you run out of steps or run out of places to go.
That's right. So just like Raj said, up here in the corner, these are your steps. Anytime you enter a room, you lose 1 step. Doesn't sound too bad until you get into dead ends and have to track up and down different sides of your house. There's also resources in here. You'll notice up here in the right-hand corner that we've got some keys. The 4 resources for this game are keys, dice, gems, and money. You can draft rooms that require you to, well, you don't have to buy things, but if you can buy food and tools and items that help you along the way. There's gems that you need to draft certain room types. And as you progress further in the ranks from 1 all the way up to 9, it's more likely rooms will be locked. Just naturally. There are some like mitigators that you can find along the way, but in general, going from rank 1 to 9, the higher you go, the more likely it is rooms will be locked. Flaming Donut says, so you have a limiter on how many rooms / steps you can go through? Kind of. As you progress through the game, like when you first start, there are quite a few. I think there's like 50-ish room types.
I need help with this puzzle. I'm just not.
Okay, so it's
Ending up with like a negative giant number.
Okay, so it's 26, 36 divided by 3, 36 divided by 3.
I think it's negative 36.
Just give me a second. It's 36 divided by 3 is 12, then flip it for 21, minus 2 is 19.
Oh, minus 2. I was doing divided by, or times 2. I had the colors wrong.
And so like this puzzle, we're solving it, but we're not necessarily telling you how to solve the puzzle. just in case people want to play and figure it out on their own. So Flaming Donut says, so you have a limiter on how many rooms/steps you can go through. So when you first start out the game, you only have 50 steps. There are ways to get more steps. And when you first start out, you have a default pool of rooms you can choose. As you progress through the game, you can find ways to add more room types into your pool. And depending on some other things that you do, you can increase or decrease the rarity of room types so they show up less often or more often. And there's some other things that go on into the background. But generally, yes, there are only so many rooms, and there's you're only given 50 steps throughout the day, but you are able to get more steps depending on the rooms you come up with. If you draw a bedroom, sometimes they give you extra steps. If you find an item called a sleeping mask, anytime you enter a bedroom for the first time, you get 5 bonus steps. There's also food lying around, so anytime you eat, you get extra steps. So there's stuff like that. There's ways to get more steps. There's ways to start with more steps. But at the end of the day, you're playing on a 9x5 grid, and the entrance hall and the antechamber are always in the same place. So really, you get the ability to lay 43 different rooms throughout your house. Or 40, yeah, there's 45 rooms minus the main 2. Yeah, you get 43 room options, more or less. If you end up looking at the map, because the only 2 rooms that are always the same are the entrance hall and the antechamber, which are here and here. But at some point, you will be able to draw the foundation. And when you do, wherever you put it, it is permanently there. And the foundation isn't always it always has 3 exits. But depending on when you pull it, these may be facing different directions. Flamin' Donut says, I gotta go, but thanks for playing and chatting with me. I'll try to be in another stream. Bye. We'll see you later, Flamin' Donut. No worries. The recording is always there for you to turn into whenever is convenient for you. Please never feel like you have to come to the lives. That's one of the things I love about YouTube, is that if you can't make it to the live, the archive is always there for you. And thankfully, YouTube doesn't delete my archives. I'm looking at you, Twitch. Okay, so what's our main goal today? Just to get to the clock tower?
I think the clock tower, but we also start looking for clues for the safes, and also there's about the different realms, what order we got them in.
Oh yeah, the 8 realms and 8 months, major overarching. Oh yeah, that word puzzle too.
Yeah.
You should almost see if you can get an experiment with letters to the mailroom again. Because at the moment I'm stumped on a couple of those things, and so maybe there'll be some letters that can help us out. Oh right, if you don't want the password to the computer, look away.
We also need to find those couple switches or whatever that go into that room.
Switches.
They go into the server room.
Oh, that's right. We need those 2 other things. I don't even know where to start looking for those. Okay, yellow room. Timmer, how's your week been? Well, there's a gift shop. I don't know what the floor plan looks like though. What's for sale? What do these things even do? When you reach rank 5 with lunchbox, gain half your dinner steps. Enjoy your lunch. That's funny. It just looks nice. Oh, unlock dare mode. Blue tents can only be purchased after you've proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies in the trophy room. Tents fit for a prince. It's funny. Oh, you just flat out bought them. Okay. So is the lunchbox in your inventory then? No.
No, I think it goes into the dining room. It said it was a permanent addition to the dining room.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I think it's funny that there's 46 foam fingers.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's so silly. Timmer says, week's been okay. I got a sore throat from coughing. Some kind of illness is going around the house. Uh-oh, that's no bueno. Every time someone coughs around me, I just think of that Pride and Prejudice quote.
Heaven's sakes, kitty. Don't cough for my own amusement.
Yeah, here the quote is, don't keep coughing so, kitty, for heaven's sake. Have a little compassion on my nerves. You tear them to pieces. I do not cough for my own amusement, mama. Yeah, I always think that. Yo, what's up, Darth Lego? Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. I've been an affiliate for 7 years now. Actually, probably, yeah, it's 8 years. Wow.
Yes. Make it common.
So the drafting studio is a room that lets you permanently add new floor plans to the draft pool. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I got affiliate. So I started streaming in March and April of 2017. Affiliate launched in May of 2017. And I don't think I was invited in the gosh, I don't remember. Maybe I was in the first initial. They rolled it out in May, and some affiliates got invited right away. Or, people who met the criteria got invited right away, and some people got a rolling invitation. I can't remember if I got in immediately or if I got in the second week of it being live. I don't really remember. At the time, I was averaging like 10 to 20 concurrent viewers, which is really different compared to today. But I had a lot more. My metrics were higher at the time. It's Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order day. Whoop whoop. That's right. Rosh and I both secured our Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders. Our Mario Kart World bundles, Pro controllers, screen protectors, and 1-year protection plans. That's right. And they're doing midnight releases here. And by midnight, I mean 11 p.m. So, you know what's dang cool though? June 5th is a regular stream day. I don't have to stream a bonus stream that week because it's coming out on a regular old day. And you know what we're doing launch night. That's right, we're playing Mario Kart. We play Mario Kart World. Okay, Darth Lego and Timmer.
All right, again.
Solve
take
this.
A picture of this. Solve it while we're streaming.
Yeah, Darth Lego, Timmer, anybody else, take a picture of this right now. Take a picture of it. Work on it. And solve it while we're streaming. We haven't even found a single clue. The directions are, each clue is a hint for 2 different words. The word below, the long word, and a second smaller word found within that word, the smaller word that's in gray. Each letter in the small word will be included in the next clue's long word. Lastly, the first letter of each small word forms this week's solution. A member of the sixth clue.
We have not solved this.
Yeah, we don't know what any of them are. So, get your thinking caps on. Let us know what you think. Not only have we not solved this, we don't even know where it would relate. Kind of a multi-problem.
We solved a different clock thing while waiting for the switch, so take this with you, solve it on a different day, and send it to us.
Yeah, we're trying to get into the clock tower so we can do the clock puzzle we found. But we found the solution while we were hanging out at the mall waiting for GameStop to open. All right, did you guys all take a picture of it? I hope you all said yes. Darth Lego says, yup, he's on it. Good. Darth Lego's got that big brain. He was solving all these picture puzzles within like 3 seconds of seeing them. Oh my gosh, this feels like a shotgun house. Beep, beep, beep. Don't worry, Timmer. I took a picture of it. I'll send it to you. Timmer, you gotta keep that phone on lock.
In the family group chat, say whoever solves this gets. Oh, shovel! That's what I wanted.
That's a good idea.
Can't get the sleeping mask yet, though.
I think that's everyone.
I can get. Oh, garbage. What do I get? I got a key. Well, that's what my experiment did.
I forgot to take a picture of the directions. Let me see if I can Google them and find the directions.
Go back in here.
Oh, you're right there. Okay, great. Thanks. There, I texted the whole family. I texted 2 pictures and said, brain trust, solve this puzzle. Send it to all the wordsmiths. Everyone solve it right now. All right, dudes. I'm feeling big sad today. Not truly. Not truly big sad. But a new RPG came out today, and I wanted to pick it up. But I convinced myself to not pick it up. But I still want to get it. It looks really cool. It's an indie studio made this RPG. It's called Clair Obscure Expedition 33. You got it, Darth Lego. Yeah. Before I even said what it was, he's like, Expedition 33. Yeah, you got it. New RPG came out. I want to pick it up. I think it looks dang cool. I started listening to a review from Final Fantasy Union, who they like exclusively do Final Fantasy stuff, but they actually like got a review copy and they had like a 30-minute review, and I was listening to like I was listening to it. If you don't want the code to this safe, look away. I was listening to it and I thought it looked so dang cool that I stopped the review, and I'm like, I don't want to know anything else from what you just showed me. Like it says, team of former people from Ubisoft working without the stupidity of Ubisoft. Yeah, see, I'm sure Ubisoft makes some alright games. Like, didn't Ubisoft develop the Mario and Rabbids series? And those are two pretty stellar games. They're really, really good. And I've liked the one Assassin's Creed game I've played, which I think was Odyssey. I didn't play much of it, though. And I thought it was all right. But I don't keep up too much on the inner workings of Ubisoft. I think their CEO came out and made a pretty controversial statement that made a lot of people mad. But yeah, it looks really cool. I've been also meaning to someday try out games like I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere, because those are supposed to be some folks who developed Chrono Trigger and worked on some like older Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Classroom. That's right. Classroom isn't in the rotation unless you get the schoolroom. You know, the vestibule is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because if it's locked, just leave and walk back in. Darth Lego says most of Ubisoft's games heavily follow the same patterns, and they do a lot of DRM/anti-piracy that just makes life difficult for law-abiding users.
The kennel is really interesting, so if I dig in a room, it unlocks all the doors.
Yeah, once you draft it.
Classroom, I had not gotten up to level 8, and apparently there's some final at the end.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay, Timmer and Darth Lego says number 2 is alcohol. They said that number 1... Darth Lego says he thinks number 1 might be secret.
Alright, well you should be writing these things down.
I am working on it, woman. I'm adding it to the Google Doc. Secret. But isn't this... But CRE isn't a word. Unless I am understanding the puzzle wrong. Each clue is a hint for 2 different words. The word below the long word and a second smaller word found within that word. Each letter in the small word will be included in the next clue's long word. Day 1. Nice. Lastly, the first letter of each small word forms this week's solution.
Do you want to take a picture of this, or do you not care?
I don't think this matters. I mean, you're not even trying to get to the antechamber, are you?
Yeah, it changes every day, and this one's for today.
Am I misunderstanding the directions for this puzzle then?
My understanding is that there's a word, and then the highlighted letters form another word within that word. And then those 3 letters are used in the next clue, but not necessarily in that order. just somewhere that those three letters are within the next word too.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's how I interpret it.
Oh, here's the clock tower. But, oh, I need a gem. Stupid. Okay, well, let's get some gems. This box's statement is both true and false, well, that has to be false. The blue box contains gems if the statement is false. This statement is as true as the white box's statement. Okay, I'm gonna do blue. Yes. I'll wait. I have one. Oh, there's the lunchbox. Do you see this? Are you talking at all?
I'm not talking, but I see that there's a mace here. Can knock the locks off chests and trunks. Tomorrow morning, gain a star. That's crazy. Is there anything else you can pick up?
Yeah.
You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost from one room. That's cool.
That's really nice. Nice.
I didn't.
can't buy anything
I
right
didn't
now.
read what that last one said.
I can use the shield to ignore the effects of any one red room.
Oh, cool. Oh, and this is a night room.
For the day. Let's me continue. Well, I need gems. So I might need to go back to the commissary. I reached rank 5, so I got a bunch of steps.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at these puzzle directions again. Each clue is a hint for 2 different words. The word below, so the long word below, and a second smaller word found within that word, which is the small word. Each letter and the small word will be included in the next clue's long word, so the one right underneath it.
Thanks.
Lastly,
Something that doubles my money. Pick up money.
Lastly, the first letter of each small word forms this week's solution, a member of the 6th clue. So the first letter of all the small words will be used to solve the final clue, or to solve the clue of the 6th word.
Do you remember what the dowsing rod was?
The dowsing rod would point you in the direction of rooms more likely to have items.
I don't think I want to give up my shovel.
Okay, Darth Legos. Oh, these guys both say, okay, so at least one of those wouldn't work then. Timmer says 5 could be report. 6 could be phylum. What's your reasoning for 6, though? I mean, I guess I don't know what a member of the council is, but if 5 is report, that means OR and T have to appear in 6. I'm going to pull this out so I can actually look at the Google sheet I put together. Phylum is part of the animal classification system. Yeah, Timmer, there is a problem with secret and alcohol because CRE isn't a word, and neither would LCO. Also, there's no so.
Yeah, the highlighted bit also needs to be its own little word.
Yeah, so the highlighted portion also has to be and if it would be easier for you guys, here is a link to the Google Docs that I'm using. If you find it easier to look at it in front of you on a computer screen rather than on your phone. Yeah, none of the words will probably work then. So 1, what is kept behind locked doors?
missed it. Commissary's way. What is this?
I don't know.
Does this look familiar to you?
No, it's not in the book. Huh.
Oh, I can spend stars to draw new floor plans.
That's wild.
Yeah, but I needed gems. So while this is cool, I was hoping for some gems. Oh. Maybe. I wonder, I assume they're permanently gone if I do that.
Probably, yeah. There's a treasure map on that table. Other one.
Oh, how do I get my 90? Oh, I do still have my 90 substance. I drafted the weight room. Oh, of course, it's in a room I can't get to. It always does that.
Doug says, I was thinking something like a prisoner for number 1. Inmate woodwork. Mat is the small word, but I have no idea how mat fits with any of the other clues. Okay, well, it could be. So we'll just do this. 1 possibilities.
More keys.
Inmate. You got Vault 149?
No. That's okay. I'll get 47.
Too bad you don't have Quest bedroom. Or do you? Do you or don't you? Oh, you do have Quest bedroom.
Oh, I do. Maybe I should go up there. More money.
Might as well, yeah. Where does your treasure map take you? Oh, there's a clock tower.
I don't have. Oh, I don't.
Damn.
I don't have gems. It'll be dead end unless I forward.
Yep. Archives.
Yes, I think I did the foyer.
You did not do the foyer. I mean, you have keys to spare though.
Suppose that's true, but
Just start with the one. Just start with the straight one.
I can always go take a picture in that room. That's what I was talking about.
I'm pretty sure I remember what it looks like. Oh, you still don't have gems though.
don't know. Oh.
Goody. Be helpful now.
Okay, treasure map.
This is the spot.
Give it a second. Ooh, gems, all the gems I need. No. Alright, which one do I go to?
Not that one.
Bottom one?
Yeah.
One, right?
Yeah. I think so, anyway. Assuming I read the room plan right.
But yeah. That leads to the next one.
Rotate, redraw, or redraw. I might as well redraw with gems. You're looking for the clock tower.
Yeah, I think I need 2 for the clock
Yeah,
tower.
so go back to stars now. Oh my goodness.
At what point?
You're at 39 stars now.
I'll do like just a couple more.
There it is.
Bring them down.
Okay. What time is it?
We'll find it.
Watch it be 1:45.
Watch it be like 2 a.m. Like, I would not want to wait that long.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
you literally
Literally,
just
it's
missed it.
1:45.
Wow. Hey! Oh, battery
Yes.
pack. I thought it was dynamite.
No, we'd have to wait here for literally half an hour. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go work
Okay.
back and try to.
All right, so that's where we just need to keep track of it. If we have most of the room filled, it's probably too late. All right, well, call it a day, I guess.
No, it doesn't. Ollie, I already got that fracas that's in this room. It doesn't like respawn.
All right, well, I guess that's a day, and we'll have to try again. Does your main menu show you what chess piece you chose? Yep, Mantle of the Night.
That?
It's right here.
Oh, I see. Oh, I don't have the broken lever.
Check the security room. See if it's in today's inventory. Yeah, Darth Lego, don't get too focused on that part. There has been absolutely nothing indicating that we could find a previous week or a future week's puzzle. This one was buried under the floorboards of a bedroom. So it's very, very specifically put there. You do anything with the anvil? No. Okay. Just a cosmetic. Oh, hey, you could buy that Morning Star and get +1 stars to tomorrow. That would be nice. I wonder if you can craft that with anything. Alright, go to the security room and see if we can check the inventory.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's just across the
Dang,
house.
literally. Well, I think you picked up those running shoes. That's right, the shotgun hallway. Inventory. Broken lever is there somewhere.
Oh, you know where I bet it is?
Where?
I bet it's in the dark room.
You don't have a breaker room.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call it a day.
Okay. No, no, yeah, it doesn't do that, Darth Lego. We found this back on like day 40. It's still the same.
Alright, Ollie, it's time for bed. I totally.
Yeah, this word puzzle one is tough. I'm not so great with things like this.
I forgot to go to the antechamber.
Yep. Good night, Eggman. Have a good rest. We'll see you tomorrow, little man. Shovel, shovel, anywhere. Okay, the day starts anew. This could do. We can do. What?
Hey, Felix is downstairs. You can leave the stream on. Just please come get him.
All right, I'm back. Nobody tell Rosh, but I helped myself to her cherry sour candies. All right, you guys solve this puzzle yet? Darth Lego says he's drawing a blank. Darth Lego, come on, man. You're supposed to be the big brain energy guy in here. You're solving all the other puzzles in 3 seconds. Come on now. A true box contains the gems. Maybe. This box and the white box are both lying. Well, maybe. Well, if that's true, then you're lying. Okay. All right. You will open this box and find it empty. Huh. Can't say I followed along with that one, but Dermot says he'll bring us their Saurus next time. We are literally 6 weeks away from Switch 2. Exactly 6 weeks. In 5 weeks, 6 days, and 1 hour, Rosh and I will be getting our Switch 2s from GameStop. Oh boy. Yeah, that's true. In 6.5 weeks, it will be the family lake trip we do every year, which means I won't be streaming for a week. That's actually funny. The week after I get the Switch 2, I won't be streaming for a whole week. But you know what I will be doing? Playing Mario Kart right next to a lake. That is a child not wanting to go to bed. My office shares a room with said child's room. You must be running out of rooms to add to your draft pool. So, whenever you enter the vestibule, 3 of the doors will unlock and then 1 of the doors will become locked.
Okay, so if I open all the doors, does it do nothing?
Well, all 3 doors will always be open and 1 door will always be locked. No matter how much you come in and go out. Darth Lego and Mrs. Darth Lego are shocked the child doesn't want to go to bed. Winky face. Yeah. Some days are better than others.
Alright, so this time...
And the middle one on the right will be go forward. All right, so like I keep saying in these streams, we don't give you guys all the answers. We just solve it in front of you. And if you don't know how we solved it, I kind of leave it at that because I don't want to give you guys the spoilers of the solutions. That being said, if you want the solutions, we can tell you. Can you imagine the salt shaker and the sleeping mask working together? Dump salt into your eyeballs. This is the one where we need... I think the other one you need to make is the shovel, the sledgehammer, and the battery pack. The shovel, the battery pack, and the metal detector made the jackhammer.
What does the detector shovel do again, though?
The what?
The detector shovel.
What does it do? I don't remember. But I do remember that the design of it is dumb.
Yeah.
There's no way it would work like a real shovel.
Here's the vestibule. Although, I want to save my... I want to try to pull the clock tower.
Did you make the metal shovel? No, you didn't.
I'll try doing it. But no.
More gems. Tasty food. Plus a diamond. Guys, you know what I've been playing a ton of lately? I've been playing 2 games every day. On my Switch. Can you guess what they are? Do. Huh, 4 coins, nice. These are good. I've eaten a ton of them though. Final Fantasy X and Zelda. Good guesses, Timmer. Good guesses. They're wrong, but they're a good guess. I haven't played Final Fantasy X in a while.
first one we got seemed sort of like final. It was like that. I hope I'm not sending you too many letters.
Yeah, I think it fills out the table, or probably goes up to 8. All right, Tim, you had some good guesses. I'll give you a hint. One of them is a game you hate. Again, if you don't want the password for the computer, look away now while Rosh is typing it out. Darth Lego goes Animal Crossing, and Timmer's like, yeah, I hate this game. It's Animal Crossing. You got it. I've been playing Animal Crossing every day for like 3 weeks. I used to really like starting my island over. Like, one of my favorite things to do is to start the island over. But my son started playing Animal Crossing, and they send me letters sometimes, and it's really cute. So I don't want to delete my character anymore. But I do wish they'd update the game to do what Animal Crossing New Leaf did. New Leaf was the 3DS Animal Crossing, and at any point you could sell your town, and you would start over completely, except you would keep your money, get some money for selling your town. You would keep your catalog of items. And I think that's it. But I really like that feature. And I wish they would bring that to New Horizons, because it was a stellar feature. I will say though, as fun as New Horizons is, battery pack, but you saw it already. There's a lot of things that they like drop the ball on when it comes to New Horizons, and I'm very nervous that Nintendo and the Animal Crossing team are going to look at the pandemic success that they had with Animal Crossing and the complete crisis of the world, and people just going, we want to play a cozy, friendly game with our friends and family. It's going to be Animal Crossing. Yeah, Sledgehammer and also lever. We don't have the lever. So I don't know. He's like throwing stuff at the door. I am really hoping that they don't look at that and go, wow, we did a great job. We sold 30 million copies of Animal Crossing. We did everything right. Because they did a lot wrong with that game. But I am very nervous that due to the fact they sold 30 million copies plus, they're just going to go, we did a great job. Yay, look how successful we were. So I'm very nervous for the next Animal Crossing. But I'll buy it and play it when it comes out in 2027 or 2028. Now, I'll give you a hint on the other game. The other game I've been playing is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. Easily in my top 3 all-time favorite games list. Debatably number 1. Oh, Darth Lego's like, Xenoblade. Yeah, but which one, Darth Lego? There's 4 Xenoblade games. 3 of them are great. One of them is complete dog trash. Xenoblade 1. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've been replaying Xenoblade 1. Perfect game. Game's perfect in every possible way. It's so good. Every time I play it, I look over at Rosh and go, isn't it nice to play a JRPG that actually has cutscenes? Game is perfect. Voice cast. Original soundtrack. Level design. Content. I didn't like watching Becca play it. Did you watch the whole... What do you mean you didn't like... What did you not like about the game? Voice cast is phenomenal. Original plot. Good plot. Not too convoluted.
Calm down. People can disagree with those things.
No. Yeah, I gotta get good reasons, though. Like, remember when Darth Lego's like, I don't want to play Genshin Impact because it's an anime. But then he played it, and he liked it. So I gotta know why we didn't like Xenoblade. They better be good reasons. I better not hear I didn't like it because it was an anime. All the pressure now. That's right. You better watch out. No, but no, serious. I mean, everyone can have their likes and their dislikes. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. And I usually don't care if somebody dislikes something I like. I just want to hear why they dislike it. And as long as the reason can be articulated, I don't usually argue it. Unless it's like something silly. Like when Darth Lego and I had a private conversation about Genshin Impact, and he's like, yeah, it's just an anime, bro. I don't want to try it out. And I was like, dude, that's a real bad reason to not try a game. Then he tried it out. He gave it an honest shot. Didn't even tell me he was going to give it an honest shot. Just did it on his own. And he's like, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't judge this game because I didn't like its art direction. It's actually an alright game. And I was like, dang, man, that's super cool of you. Mega kudos for stepping outside your wheelhouse despite not wanting to. Very cool of you. So I thought that was really cool. But I always want people to articulate what they don't like about a game. Because I've come to find, listening to a lot of people share their dislikes online, it's always like, this game's repetitive. Or this game's boring. Or, I don't know, just, they're not good reasons. Or they're like not fleshed out enough to be like a reason you can do anything with. Man, ice water is good. You guys know what I cut out of my diet recently? And by cut out, I mean I barely drank it anyway, but now I've really cut it out. Dark soda. I haven't even read this out loud, but the first sentence makes me want to throw my desk. Darth Lego says, the music was way too repetitive, bro. I'll fight you for this. I don't think I liked the voice cast. I don't really remember now. Got annoyed by the repeated battle noises. The yells during combat. However, they're called party chat or like battle chat or whatever. Dude, everything you hate about this game is what I love about this game. Not every song in Xenoblade is like a toe tapping banger, but a lot of them are. Garplane being one of them. Garplane is like one of the most iconic tracks in this game. I might get DMCA'd for this, but whatever. Oh, you know what was kind of surprising about the Switch 2 pre-order thing is they released a list of like everything that's coming out, including all their prices. And we knew that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom's upgrade to the Switch 2 edition were only $10. So I thought that was going to be like flat across the board for all upgrades. But Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Mario Party Jamboree upgrades are $20. And I was... No, nobody's made any headway on this. Listen to this banger of a track right here. It's so good. Oh my God, stop. Boom, boom, ee. Boom, boom, boo. The soundtrack's so good. Darth Lego, if we got to fight, I'll fist fight you about this one. Not really, but I'm just saying. Here's one of my favorite battle tracks, though. I think this song is fantastic. For a battle track, anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Every time this track comes on, I specifically think of this moment in the game. See if I can find it anyway. I think it's this one, but give me a second. I gotta skip an ad and get to the right spot. Actually, this person really just went all over the place. Okay, here. Oh, for the love of my life, this child. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, here, let me see the chat. What, Rosh?
I accidentally bought something from the showroom. I'm not like too upset about it, but
What'd you buy?
I bought the moon pendant, which will let me carry over 2 random inventory items until tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let me see here. Darth Lego says, remember, I wasn't playing the game, though, merely side seating or doing my own thing, and had it in the background. So it was just kind of aggravating here. Gosh. How much is Jamboree going for? I believe Jamboree on Nintendo Switch is like 50 to 60 bucks, somewhere around there. But if you're going to upgrade it after you own it, it's another 20 bucks. So if you own it for Switch 1, that's $20 to upgrade. It's $80 if you're buying it for Switch 2. Yeah, probably. Let me do a price check for you. Mario Party Jamboree. I think it's 60 bucks. But Amazon and Walmart do sales on it a lot, dropping it to like 50. But yeah, it says it's 60 bucks on the Nintendo eShop. The Switch 2 version is called Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV. Which... my gosh, it showed the price and then moved it all the way to the bottom of the page. I think I'm on the UK version. Gosh. Just go to GameStop and check. I got a list somewhere in my house because it gave me a full list, but I don't remember what I did with it. Yeah, so the game is $60 on its own, but the Switch 2 version is $80. Same with Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's normally 60, but it's 80. The Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild is 70, but if you own Breath of the Wild, it's a $10 upgrade. Or if you have Nintendo Switch Expansion Pass, you get it for free. Tears of the Kingdom is 80. Hey, Story of Seasons, The Grand Bazaar, which comes out in August, is only 60. So 80 for you now or 80 for you later. More, I mean, yes and no, because you could just buy the Switch 1 version and play it just fine. And then it would just be $60. The Switch 2 version adds in like a handful or two of mini games that feature the camera and features the Switch 2 mouse functionality, but if you're not going to use them, just stick with the Switch 1 version, which will still work on your Nintendo Switch 2. All right, guys, here, I'm going to throw this on the screen for you. I don't know if this is the Switch or not. I think this is the Switch one. This is such a good cutscene. Yeah, I noticed that. You will, yeah. If you want to access the chests anyway. See, the things I like about Xenoblade so much, like I talk leagues and leagues about like attention to quality and detail, but like even small things, like you watch a lot of AAA games these days and they drop the ball a lot on basic stuff like party chatter, basic facial expressions. Like some of them drop the ball so much, but throughout this entire cutscene, you see proper body language and eye and facial movements just with these three characters talking to each other. Like subtle eye exchanges in the direction of other people. Like you can see it right here even. See, such natural like eye movements and blinking. Even this right here, a quick like eyebrow raise and look to the side. See the subtle head changes, the smirks, and they do it so well. And like it sounds like such a small detail, but so many AAA games get these like basic facial expressions and things wrong, and it drives me bananas. Meanwhile, like Xenoblade games continue to like set the bar. So here's the song I was saying. Every time I hear the track, I think of this cutscene right here. And what I want to like point out, like when I talk about the voice cast is incredible, I don't just mean I like the way the voices sound and like I like their accents. I'm talking about the pitches in tone, the annotations, or the intonations, the way that they actually do realistic screaming and yelling or true emotions happening. So many games get yelling wrong because instead of truly having like the growl or the gravel that would come with an actual scream or yell, it's always just like ah, which is just not correct at all. The wobble, see? The wobble in Ryan's voice. Very realistic. Okay, now I'm going to flash forward a bit to see if they do the next major segment. They don't. Okay. I'm going to see if I can find the next major segment. It might be this one. Whoever this person is seems to be uploading it in big chunks. Okay, I think it might be like right around here. I'll hop forward. Just to point out more of the like voice stuff. Yeah, this is a great cutscene. I really want you to pay attention to like the actual voices and the way that they do everything in this cutscene. It's really good. This is one of my favorite cutscenes in all of gaming. Okay. Did you hear that shout when Shulk got launched? Adam Howden does such an incredible job for Shulk. I mean, everyone in this game does a great job, but Adam Howden does such phenomenal voice work. You hear that shout? Do you see the eye shakes? Seeing it's my emotions cooking. The heightened screaming. This voice cast does an incredible job with this game. There's only one other game that has come out since Xenoblade that I have thought has a voice cast on par as Xenoblade, and that's Metaphor ReFantazio. The voice cast for Metaphor is just as good as Xenoblade's. And I personally don't think there's any voice cast around that's as good as Xenoblade's. There's plenty of really good performances, but Xenoblade's is just at the complete pinnacle. Oof. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's super duper duper good. The chat didn't go anywhere from where I left it. But yeah, like, that's part of the reason why I think Xenoblade is like the most perfect game. From like, it keeps really good level design. It keeps exploring fun. The collectible system, it could be better, especially when if you compare it to Xenoblade 2 and 3. It's successors, but very fine for what it is at the time. I really enjoy the battles. I like how deep that they get along the way. I like how each party member brings something unique and robust to the party system, instead of just going, that's your damage, that's your damage, that's your tank, that's your tank, that's your healer, that's your healer. You know, it actually makes every single individualized character feel unique, and they bring something powerful to the team, to the point where you're like, I don't know who I should bring, because everybody's got something unique and good about them. To the voice cast, to just like the overarching plot. Like, one of the things
again, so I can adjust.
The voice acting wasn't, oh my gosh, why don't you guys say something sooner instead of letting me watch 2 5-minute cutscenes? And while the rest of you don't have this because you haven't played the trilogy, like, I always appreciated Xenoblade's story for what it is, and it was really good. But playing the rest of the trilogy honestly puts the Xenoblade trilogy at, and I do not say this lightly because I play a lot of story games. I consume a lot of story media, and I got a deep pool I'm pulling this knowledge from. There is no game series that I've played that does cohesive, complete, thought-out storytelling like the Xenoblade trilogy did. 1, 2, and 3. If you play all 3 games, if you don't want the password to the computer, look away. If you play all 3 games and you play them properly in order of 1, then the definitive edition stuff at the end, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, its prequel DLC, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and its prequel DLC. If you play it all together, you will very easily be able to tell that this was a 100% thought out plan from the beginning. That the Monolith writers sat down and said, here is the full overarching story, and this is the story we're going to tell. This part is going to Xenoblade 1, this part is going to Xenoblade 2, this part is going to Xenoblade 3. And while each game is its own individualized story and has its own little unique surprises and left hooks and whatever else, it is very cohesive all together, even with each of the surprises and their individual narratives from one another. Because it's such a thought out idea from the absolute beginning to the complete end, everything keeps its continuity. Everything still falls in line together. It's not, you're not like, wow, that, like, you're not arguing with the, like, really, that's how you connected it kind of thing. That's so dumb. It just doesn't have that because it's already been totally thought out. Nothing gets retconned, and man, do I hate retcons. It's part of why I hate Xenoblade Chronicles X so much. It's such a bad game. It's such a bad narrative game. Like, it's fine in a gameplay sense, but it's such a horrible plot game, and its voice cast is very meh, And the way the definitive edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X tries to connect to the trilogy is so stupid. And I don't say that lightly. Like, very rarely do I look at a story and just go, this is dumb or this is stupid. Like, there's plenty of stories I consume where I can be like, yeah, I 90% enjoyed this, but I really dislike this one point. Like, Persona 5 is a great example. I love borderline every single thing about Persona 5. It is a fantastic sort of Ocean's 11, like, heisty style game that comes with, like, morally gray, like, aspects. Children dealing with, or like teenagers dealing with sucky adults who are corrupt and trying to take advantage of both the system and people. And like, it's a really good game, and the story's totally thought out from beginning to end. It's a complete, really good package, except for Persona 5 Royal's true ending. Royal came out after Persona 5. It's the like definitive way to play it because it comes with loads of extra content, an extra party member, extra confidant things, more time to do things. It's definitely the definitive way to play, but they like true ending they made for it is awful compared to the original game's true ending is still in there. Like Persona 5's ending is still in there. And if that would have just been the normal ending and nothing changed, perfect game. Completely perfect. It would have been amazing because the ending for the original Persona 5, if you get the perfect ending in Persona 5, completely wraps up with everything. It's so good. But for some reason in Royal, they decided to not only add a crap ton of content, which is fine, but change the true ending to something. Oh, it's so frustrating because the entire game of Persona 5 is about unity, doing things together, that even when like odds are against you, if you can make your circle, you can get through anything. You can stand against the odds. It's a great ending, and the ending plays into the theme of the whole freaking game. But in Persona 5 Royal, they change it to be so singular and individualized. And Joker doesn't have the big, like, together ending he'd get in Persona 5. He has a very individualized, solo, boring, empty feeling ending. Like, every single thing you do in Persona 5, with your confidants to the plot to everything that happens, the original game's true ending makes it feel complete and like it was all bundled perfectly into the greatest package. But then you do Royal and you get Royal's true ending, and it all felt like a complete waste. All the stuff you did with your confidants, all the things you did together as a group, all the hurdles you overcome feel like a complete waste with Royal's perfect ending because of how segmented, individualized, and solo Joker ends up being in the final ending of Persona 5 Royal. So like, there's plenty of games I can like, and that's a great example, right? There's a lot I like, but the ending completely ruined it. And then on the flip side, Xenoblade 2, there's actually a lot of gameplay things I don't like about Xenoblade 2. Including like its voice cast is rough because like they don't just have like a couple real good guys and a few not so great guys. They got a crazy wide net of really good voice actors to not so good voice actors, and their lead voice actor is kind of right in the middle. Like, sometimes the voice actor for Rex, very good, really hitting it, doing a good job. And then other times, it's what are we doing here? Like what are we doing? Like, especially like the shouting example I gave earlier. Like, if you want to hear some of those cutscenes in better detail, if you didn't get to see them, just go to YouTube and look them up. They're like the first, like the cutscenes I showed are in the first like 3 hours of the game. Maybe even less if the person playing it really gets zoomy. But Adam Howden just does voice acting. His voice performance is so good for Shulk. And honestly, the whole crew does a good job. But then you get to Xenoblade 2, and it's such a scattershot across the board of like great voice talent to not great voice talent. The party members on screen go from 3 to 6, Meaning instead of having 3 people talking at the same time, you've got 6 people talking at the same time, plus the bad guy. And oh my gosh, a lot of the gameplay mechanics are. I remember playing the game and going, "This game is like a 6." But its ending completely saved it and like jumped the game from a solid like 6 to like an 8.5 to me, because it actually like connected to Xenoblade 1. And when you find out that like revelation of how it connects to Xenoblade 1, it's like my mind was blown in the final chapter of the game. Like, you get to the final chapter of the game, and the whole time I'm just like, what? How? No way, really? And like, even when you like go off to fight the final battle, there is I won't say what happens, but it makes a very strong connection to the first game. And I did stream this ending technically, so if you watched my streams back in the day when I used to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 when it first came out, I did stream the ending of that game. And I don't remember if Gabby was here or maybe it was somebody else, but I went crazy on stream with what happened. And so it saved the game. And then, its DLC came along and it did a prequel DLC, and I played it and I was like, whoa, the prequel DLC, it's really good with its storytelling mechanism and its devices. And as odd as it is to say, I think you should play the Xenoblade Chronicles DLC or Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC first, then play Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is not super good in its storytelling mechanism. There's a lot of the times where they like drop the ball in telling the plot. And if you want to know who all these bad guys are, they don't do a good job of keeping it in front of you. Now, that being said, I have only played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 one time. I'm currently trying to replay all the games because I've only played 3 once and I've only played 2 once. Same with the corresponding DLC. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 I've played. I'm on my 6th playthrough right now. Like, I played it a bunch. So I want to replay them so they're a little more fresh in the old noggin. So that's what I'm working on doing right now. But anyway, this is a long way to get here, but Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is a perfect game.
I don't know if you saw, but I bought out all the things in the armory.
I saw you buy a torch, and then I saw you buy the Morning Star.
Yeah, so I can light candles and stuff, and I just bashed open the chest and stuff.
Nice.
And I got the shield.
All right, we'll go ahead and pause right here, though. All right, guys, it's a quarter after 10:30. It's almost 11. It's time to wrap the stream up. If you hung out with us tonight, thanks so much for tuning in for another Blueprints run. I have a feeling we'll still be streaming this next week, so feel free to tune in. Also, thanks for hanging around for all my JRPG narrative and Xenoblade ranting and raving. I'm a incredible. Come closer. I'm an incredible major Xenoblade fanatic. Okay, I'm a diehard guy. My friend Scoompoof got me into Xenoblade a long time ago, and I think I outfan him in this game, and I don't think he'd even try to argue it. I'm serious about Xenoblade. It is by far my most favorite thing in the gaming world, other than maybe like Breath of the Wild. It's very good. But I'm gonna get out of here for the night. I hope all you guys have a good night. Thanks for celebrating my affiliate anniversary. It's been 8 years since I've been an affiliate. That's crazy. I've been thinking. I've never done one of these before because it's not usually my jam. But maybe sometime in May or before May, maybe the next week or two, maybe I'll do some kind of subathon. And then we'll come up with little quirky benefits for gifting subs or something. Or I don't know. It could be cool. Maybe I won't do it. But I thought it could be something silly and something fun. Where people can pick what kind of games I play or whatever else. I don't know. But I'm going to get out of here for the night. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday. Okay, bye. Have a good night. Bye. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.